It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up next is the Commanders, leader at quarterback. He got his reps in last week, finishing with over 300 passing yards. It's the Commanders and the Bears under the lights on Monday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight, it's the second of our Monday night doubleheader, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
But meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders, it's been a great start to the season. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take...
Now a play fake here on first down. Open man is Jerron Jennings. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. First carry for DeAndre Swift. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. The numbers for him from a week ago. 19 carries, 94 yards, and a score.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, but open things up for his teammates, too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it, he has to remain effective and put together another nice game.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Now a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Operating from the gun, Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. You talk about this Washington defense. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can...
There he goes left side. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 41 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. On 2nd down, here's the option. yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Williams looking to throw on second down. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And that'll bring up a third down and goal. Swift. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So on fourth down, Cairo Santos on now for the Bears field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Santos' kick is up and through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. From the 22 now, here's the second down and 6. Looking to throw. Johnson. Throw to the right, caught by Okonkwo. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson. 21 carries, 70 yards.
A key component of his team's offense. He will certainly stay in that role if he keeps producing like this each week. Expecting to make a run and not only matching, but exceeding those numbers as this one goes on.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Here's 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Johnson setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Here's Johnson to throw on second down. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. On the option to give to Swift here. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. You talk about this Washington defense. They find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And for all the routes to keep an eye on in this one, they've got to find a way to take away the crossing routes. Those are the ones that when a receiver catches it on the run, those can really hurt a defense.
It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a 1st down on the play. Quick throw into the hands of Hopkins out wide. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st. They go play action here on 1st down. Going right back to DeAndre Hopkins. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. They go right back to him for 20 and a 1st.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Williams throw here into the hands of Moore. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Just nowhere to go with the football. He was forced to put that one into Lake Michigan. I think his receivers have to do a better job of working free because he didn't have anywhere to go at all on that play.
On 2nd down, Swift. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Here's Swift. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the 1st quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll run with Swift. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
On is Santos for the Bears field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Commander defense able to hold. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They trail 3-0 after the INT last time led to a field goal. But now another fresh start here, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big 1st down to get away from the end zone. Looking to throw. Johnson. Cockrell holds it in left side. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Hand off now to Robinson. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Johnson. That's caught. Puka Nacua. Down the right sideline. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Looking to throw. Johnson eluding the pressure right. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Johnson. He's got it. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Commanders. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was capped off by the touchdown run from Brian Robinson. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Chicago offense set to get started. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Williams. He'll drop this one off to Swift.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Williams. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Oh, that's a nice job of clearing space in the middle of the field for your tight end. He's going to start behind the line and run an angle route, hoping to kind of get lost in the middle of the field. And this is put right on him, and he's able to pick up a 1st down.
Williams now on 1st down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Here's Williams. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Williams. That's into the hands of McLaughlin. And a Good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32.
Holding offense.
So they decline the holding penalty and will take the down instead, as that leads us to fourth. Santos' kick is up and through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him, and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down three, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick one-pointers instead of three-pointers.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So here is Washington now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Johnson going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Operating from the gun. Johnson. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Back to throw. Johnson. Over the middle, he has Okonkwo. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. On the give, here's Robinson. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Now Williams to throw on 2nd down. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. And he'll be out right at the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Williams. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one, because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there was no way that ball was going to be caught.
That is caught, and he will have the Bears first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Now Johnson, a final shot before break. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where it was the Patriots who were able to come away with the victory. Keenan Allen, well over 100 yards with 2 touchdown catches to boot. From there, it's off to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. Jonathan Taylor, well over 100 yards on the ground with a pair of touchdown runs. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. It was a solid first half of football for the Alabama man, Brian Robinson. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Johnson. They'll find Okonkwo. He's got it. And he's going to have a Commander's first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter.
Ball start, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Operating from the gun, Johnson. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Williams' throw pulled in by Hopkins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Williams on 1st and 10. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Byron Young. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18 on the option to give to Swift here. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Looking to throw. Williams. And this is going to be incomplete. Strong coverage by Washington. And now 4th down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So that's 3 field goals for him now, but heck, he's not even halfway to his career best of 7.
Seems like the 7 field goal games are the kind of games I always get assigned to at my other job. Let's hope for this offense's sake they can start cashing in on a few of these drives.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Robinson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Yeah, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 56 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Finds Gibbs on the check down. And he is across midfield from one 49 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides. Back to throw. Johnson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Back to throw again. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Operating from the gun, Johnson. He's got his man, it's Nicole. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington 1st down and an exhale there as they convert on 4th. Looking to throw. Johnson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. Now a throw here to his running back. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Robinson is in. Touchdown, Commanders. Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it was capped off by the touchdown run from Brian Robinson. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go.
And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
They'll try and run here with Swift.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense set to take over.
They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Johnson on 3rd down.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bears take over.
Cougar 19!
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Williams now throwing on 1st down. And coughed it up.
And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Commanders preparing for their next possession. They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim 4th quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
Still going. They can't stop him. And he's got this down to the 35.
73 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. Down to about the 32.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Did you give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him?
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he'll be out of bounds.
Pass interference. defense.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Johnson. Quick slant. Dodson. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Commanders are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Here's Williams. Throwing to start the drive. He's got the connection to Moore. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 19-yard line.
Looking to throw. Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The Bears on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. On the option to give to Swift here. Oh, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Down 2 scores. I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. It didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr., his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Commanders are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Butker on for the PAT. And that one makes this a 19-point game. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Now Williams looking to throw on 2nd down.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Back to throw. Williams.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And he is going to have the Bears first down by a couple of yards as they get 5 there on 4th and 3.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Williams. Flush to his right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 35-yard line.
Williams throw here into the hands of Moore.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Williams operating from the gun. Touchdown Bears! DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Bears are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Robinson on a give right side. Down to about the 37.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's in. Touchdown Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr. with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to throw. Williams. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. Now they got to get to the line quickly. They'll look to throw again. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Williams now on first down. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Here's Williams. Throwing on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Washington, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season.